going on, guys? Freaky Trades here, bringing you another new weekly stock watch list. Before we get started though, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'd really appreciate it here at Stock Hours with all the videos we put out for you guys. But without much more being said, let's go ahead and dive into the watch list. So as far as earnings go, nothing really exciting. You have Nike reporting on Thursday after close, Neo before Friday. That's something that we look at every now and then. Besides that, there really isn't too much going on. You got FedEx, maybe MU. I mean, all the important ones, or I guess all the ones that a lot of people look at, aren't really till the end of the week. And most of these stocks, I don't even day trade now anymore. They're just not part of my rotation. They're stocks I'm just not interested in on. But as far as stocks that other people would probably be looking at, would be those stocks, I would say, those four that I had mentioned. So not too much going on the watch list, which is good for us. Not too much going on there. So going into the watch list, this is looking really dry. Now, before I get started and explaining why things look dry, if I go on the 1 year and 1 day, or even the 4 hour here, 4 hour would probably tell a lot more clear. Yeah, on the 4 hour, it's a lot more clear. If I go to NQ and ES, you guys will see we are currently stuck in a range. With NQ, we're currently stuck between 19,700 and 19,200. If I go to ES here on the 4 hour, 1 year, 1 day, like I said, either one works. You can see it in both sides. You can see we are currently stuck between 55.50 and 56.50 right here. Now, yes, we have broken out to the downside before, but we haven't had any strong closes below that area. You can see this last candle we actually had closed below there was around $15 down, and we had wicked at the 5,500 area. So with ES and NQ, they're both in tricky areas right now. This whole week was pretty tricky to trade. If you were part of Stock Hours, though, it was a perfect week. 13 out of 13 signals with, I believe, around 287% in gains with the signals that Nor had given out. So crazy week. Despite whatever markets we're in, we're always killing it. We're always providing the best signals possible. So with that being said, you guys both will see that NQ and ES are stuck in a range, and our best outcome with kind of navigating these markets is always targeting what looks strong and what looks weak. That's what our goal was the entire week, and that's what we did, and we executed on top of it. So there are stocks that are ahead. There are stocks that are not ahead, right? Some stocks are weak, some are strong. Our job is to take advantage of the market sentiment and the divergence some of these stocks have, or that they have against the market. So that's what we did, and we executed on it. So you can see those are the ranges that I'm looking at for both NQ and ES. There really isn't too much to talk about with them. Obviously, as far as the upside goes, I would like to see on ES anything above 5,700 or even 5,670. As far as ES goes, I would like to see anything below 5,550 or 5,500 for more downside. If I go to NQ, again, it's the same story here with the ranges that we're looking at. NQ, anything above 19,700, I would keep an eye out for. Anything below 19,200 is something I would keep an eye out for the downside or upside at that 700 area. So those are the areas I'd be looking at for the indexes. As far as the watch list goes, it is really dry. You guys will see that I don't have NVIDIA and Tesla as part of my watch list as the video progresses, and that's because they are in weird spots right now. They are somewhat strong. Tesla has been doing its own thing. NVIDIA is ahead, but a lot of those stocks come down to really pre-market and really sometimes intraday plays, just because of how much follow-through and liquidity those stocks have. You're able to get away with a lot of intraday plays or even pre-market plays that you can come up with those stocks if they have any sort of consolidation at a certain level, any kind of trendline break into a consolidation. It's just strong, it's just weak. I don't know. It just depends, right? But as far as those stocks go, I don't have them part of this watch list because of how specific and how picky of a setup it needs to be for me to want to have it. That's why I don't have it as part of the watch list. But if you are part of Stock Hours, though, you guys will see in tomorrow morning at pre-market review at 9 a.m. Eastern that we do every single day. That what stocks we will be looking at and watching. So that is something to keep an eye out for with those as well. So first stock I'll go over here, just because it is a pretty dry watch list. I have two things that I'm looking at. I have two other things besides these two that I'm going to mention, but those are saved specifically for Stock Hours. So you guys will not be getting that one, unfortunately. But if you are part of Stock Hours, you have already gotten them. So first things first is AMD. If I go on the 4 hour here, you guys will see we have a downtrend that we have rejected off of twice. And with my trend lines, I typically follow a rule of it needs to touch more than 2 times off its starting point. So starting point right here, and we have touched twice off of it with perfectly clean rejection. So thing that I'm looking forward to is in a lot of the consistency or the consistent setups that you'll see with a lot of these stocks is that they are either currently in a consolidation, just like the market, or they have some sort of trendline break going into a key level or the top of the consolidation they are currently in. Now, the thing to note with these stocks like AMD here at this 102 mark, that is the area of consolidation we have been getting stuck at. My target would be 103 because that's the previous target that we had broken out of. But 102 is what I'm interested on because it matches up with the trend line, and it pretty much matches up with the consolidation that AMD has had at this 102 area. So that's all there is to AMD, though. It's just a consolidation with the market, with where it's currently at this 102 mark. Now, the good thing about AMD, if this gaps up during pre-market and the market just stays flat, this is just a sign that maybe it's time for AMD to break out, and that's something to keep an eye out for. Last but not least is Microsoft. If I go to Microsoft here, same thing. 4-hour time frame here, trend line. I typically follow 2 points of rejections. Starting point right here, 1, 2, and then we get close to this 390 mark. Now, the reason why I am looking at Microsoft is actually ahead of the curve right now. We were looking at this on Friday. I believe Nor was. I don't think he executed on it, though. I did, though. This is more of a later day, though. I think this happened around 11 or even 12 o'clock. But you could see that this was currently in a consolidation along with the market. But Microsoft being strong, being the strong stock of the day, this actually ended up breaking out without the need of the market's help. So you can see we rejected at around 390. We did break 390 by a few cents, but it's still enough for me to want to trade this level because not only is Microsoft ahead, it also has a trend line that I can play this along with for more of a breakout. Now, we have been in this area before, which makes it a little bit tricky, but that doesn't mean it's going to scare me away. Maybe I could size lighter, but because of this stock being super strong and super ahead and outside of the consolidation of where these other stocks have been in, this is a sign that there is a chance that Microsoft could have a continuation here. So that's what I'm looking at for it. It's a continuation with a trend line break into a level at 390 that we had rejected off of on Friday. So, but that's about it for the watches, though, guys. Like I said, there's not much. I have 2 other setups that are specifically saved for the stock hours that I won't mention on the video. So if you are part of it and part of the WAP group, you guys will see it there. Link is in the description below. Well, I'm going to be signing out now. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'd really appreciate it. And with that much more being said, hope you guys have a safe week and an awesome rest of your Sunday. Peace out.